Okay, we are going to start our live stream and we would like to request our audience to keep the noise levels down because our microphone will pick up the ambient sound. So we would like to focus our sound through this microphone, and later when our chef will start doing the cooking demonstration. All right, so may we invite everyone to please occupy the seats and we will now start our program. Okay, we are going to start our live stream and we would like to request our audience to keep. All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us in this very special promotion called Filipino Food, Make It Delish, which we are undertaking as part of Filipino Food Month this month of April. Before we proceed, the Philippine Consulate General in Los Angeles would like to thank our partners, Seafood City Supermarket and Mamacita's Sauces and Mixes for today's promotion. This event is being live streamed from the Philippine Consulate General in Los Angeles' YouTube channel, as you can see over there on our screen. Now, the availability of Filipino food in the United States used to be confined to the homes of immigrant Filipinos. These Filipinos then shared the bounty of their food culture in many social gatherings, where the Filipinos' love for fiestas and parties ensured that pancit, adobo, dinuguan, among many other traditional Filipino dishes would be staples. Nowadays, one does not need to visit a Filipino's home in order to enjoy the cuisine of the Philippines. As more and more Filipinos emigrated to the US, including enterprising ones with a hankering for the taste of home, Filipino restaurants and grocery stores have sprung up all over the United States. One of them is the host of today's program, Seafood City Supermarket. Here to welcome us is the Vice President for Marketing of Seafood City, Ms. Mildred Smith.
Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Good morning na magiging good afternoon na very soon.
Good morning.
Yes. Oo. Every time a family uproots themselves, the whole family, and move to a foreign land, they bring with them their culture, definitely, and their food. So yan po ang reason why Seafood City and other, other enterprising Filipinos bring here to North America yung lahat ng naminis nila na food. So like at Seafood City, we have from ingredients, dry goods, we have fresh, lahat ng Filipino gulay na kailangan natin for our dishes. We have here marinated meats and also cooked food. So yun po. We are here to bring nostalgia and products that adapts to the Filipino lifestyle here in North America. So today we are here, okay, to show everybody on watching this live event. We're cooking adobo and also the very versatile lumpia that can be called turon if it becomes a sweet dish. So here today is Chef Ginger Lim Limapasok. She is a TV network, food network champion. So yan, very proud Filipino. Yes. So Chef Ginger.
Good morning, Ms. Mildred. Thank you for having me. So honored to be a part of this event para makapag-showcase ng pagkain natin sa Pilipinas, kahit gaano kasimple. It's one of those things like Ms. Mildred said that brings nostalgia. The first time I moved here, the first thing I did was look for my local Filipino market. So I think yun yung una mong gagawin. Hanapin mo, saan yung market? Saan ako makakabili ng ingredients? When Seafood City was, thank God, close to us. So West Covina was the first seafood city that I ever went to. And, you know, I have my family now, my kids, we cook Filipino food almost every day. Eventually, we opened a business here in Southern California. And when we did, we wanted to make sure that it was showcasing Filipino culture. And I think the best way for us to really show off our culture and to introduce it to others is through our food. So for us, for Cafe 86, we serve a lot of ube and calamansi, and that was like my favorite thing to eat growing up. So today we're gonna cook one of those traditional things. Medyo controversial because everyone has versions of adobo and lumpia that they do, but we can talk about where, you know, how all these things came out and how we do it and how we all interpret it. And today that's what we're gonna do. So hope you guys enjoy.
Thank you very much, Red. That's how we call Mildred, Miss Red, and Chef Ginger. Now, before we proceed, of course, we'd like to call on the man who's responsible for putting together this project. Of course, my boss, the Honorable Consul General Edgardo B. Badajo.
Salamat, Almi. Good morning po sa inyong lahat. Magandang umaga. First of all, I'd like to thank the management of Seafood City, which is being represented here today by their Vice President for Marketing, Mildred Smith. The blonde hair or white hair? Platinum hair. And I'd like to acknowledge the presence of our friends from San Diego, coming all over from San Diego just to cover our event today. We thank the other members of the Philippine community for also being here. Si Steve Angeles of television, TV, PFC, Balitang America. Maraming salamat, Steve, for covering. Filipino Press and Tina Lapus, and of course our trade attaché, Mr. Eric Elnar. Maraming salamat. You know, why are we doing this? Of course, we know that April is Filipino Food Month. But we know that every day for the Filipino family, to every Filipino eats Filipino food. We eat 5 times a day, unlike other nationalities. We have breakfast, we have snack in the morning, we have lunch, snack in the afternoon, then dinner, then midnight snack. Ang dami, di ba? Yan naman, yung mga Filipino groceries, Filipino stores, Filipino restaurants, when they locate overseas, they really boom. Dalang Filipino, especially in California, because, you know, California is where you find the largest Filipino diaspora, not just in the United States, but in the whole world. Kaya you will not run out of clients and customers. So today we are celebrating Filipino Food Month, but it's also our way of promoting Filipino American-owned businesses like Seafood City, especially during this time when we are still recovering from the global COVID-19 pandemic. Marami hong natamaan, apektuhan, and somehow we thought that we need to do something to really promote again, help Filipino-American-owned businesses in their process of recovery. We thank Mamasitas, which is represented here today by the great-granddaughter of the founder of Mamasitas, Tina Lapus, for bringing Filipino ingredients, spices, over to the US and other parts of the world. When I was in Jeddah 3 years ago, I would go to some of the grocery stores in Jeddah and I would also find Mamasitas. Kahit sa Argentina may Mamasitas. Kahit sa Toronto may Mamasitas. Kahit sa Africa meron. Yes. All over the world. You know, we are omnipresent, just like Google. So maraming salamat po. And lastly, I'd like to thank once again Mamasitas, our chef later, guest chef, si Ginger. I will be cooking with her. I hope I will meet her standards. I know how to sing, but not really how to cook. Maybe I can sing later if my cooking doesn't meet your standards. Pwede ba yan?
Yes!
Sa mga kababayan natin na dumalo sa ating munting kasiyahan ngayon, maraming salamat po for showing up and for partaking of this event that we are doing today. Filipino culture, they say, is a sharing culture. And one of its best aspects of Filipino food. And how best to serve Filipino food than to share it. So we bring Filipino food not just to the Filipino kitchen, but also to the kitchen of Filipino-American families with the help of all of you. Maraming salamat. Thank you and good morning.
Thank you very much, Conjen Badajos. So as the Conjen said, no, without our partners, we won't be able to do promotions like this. So of course, we thank Seafood City Supermarket and of course our other partner, Mamacita's Mixes and Sauces. And here, representing Mamacita Foundation is Miss Isabel Lapus. So Miss Isabel will have a talk, and then right after that, we'll segue into a video that Mama Sita prepared. I'd like all of you to pay attention to the video because we will have a short trivia game right after. Miss Isabel?
Thank you, everyone. It is an honor to be part of this celebration of the Filipino Food Month here in America and represent the Mamacita Foundation on behalf of my grandmother, Clara Reyes Lapus, and our family and organization perpetuating the legacy of my great-grandmother, Teresita Mamacita Reyes. I was only 9 months old when my great-grandma died, but in the stories of my Lola Cla and the life and values that she and our big family have lived, I have come to know who Mamacita really was. In the 1980s, my Lola Cla, together with Mamacita, would come here to the States to do cooking demos in different supermarkets, cooking many different Filipino dishes, of course, to promote Mamacita's product, but also to make Filipino food known. These ladies, I'm proud to call my grandma and great-grandma, were very brave and determined to offer Filipino food to Americans and young Filipinos who grew up here and didn't eat Filipino food as much. During those promotional activities and non-stop patikim, my Lola Cla and my 12-year-old Papa buying kangkong to demonstrate how to cook sinigang to the Filipino chefs working at the White House. Today, I still find it unbelievable sometimes that Mamacita's products are known to millions of people all over the world and that people have shown affection and affinity to it as if Mamacita was their own mother or grandmother too. But I can see why Mamacita is loved by people because Mamacita truly loved people too. She made friends with her suki, with farmers, waiters, teachers, cooks, fellow travelers, and kababayan. She was everybody's mom. The Sunday family lunch tradition that brought her great-grandchildren together was interrupted by the pandemic, was resumed last Easter Sunday. Such was the power of her Sunday meal, for at her table, everyone was welcome and nourished. Food to her was not an end unto itself, but a means of bringing people together. She would go to great lengths and did her best, but never claimed to be the best. And she did this humble service, which endeared her. In 2013, the National Historical Institute recognized her contribution to the history of the Philippine gastronomy. A 5-year series of commemorative stamps celebrating her life and legacy was released by the Philippine Postal Corporation. But beyond the recognition, the Mamacita Foundation continues to inspire my Lola Cla with the help of like-hearted people to collect, identify, select, propagate prolific, marketable varieties of fruits and spices like dwarf bananas that can withstand strong typhoons. The ancient practice of growing heirloom rice in the Cordelia region continues through Mamacita's heirloom rice champorado kit, allowing us to taste our history. This marks the 10th anniversary of Mamacita's mga kwentong pagkain to celebrate our Filipino foodways and share them with a wider audience. Together with fellow advocates such as anthropologist Dr. Fernando Zialcita and historian Ms. Felicia Prudente Santa Maria, we have produced videos giving a glimpse on the food of our ancestors. Thank you, everyone.
We welcome you to a feast celebrating Philippine culture. This is a story of our flavors and its evolution, based on research excerpts shared by our culinary writers and historians, Dr. Fernando Zialcita and Feliz Prudente Santamaria. If islands are countries unto their own, then the Philippines is invariably a whole planet in itself. The country's dynamic and continuously evolving culture takes root from a myriad of influences shaped by the diverse geographical features of the archipelago. These influences find their most eloquent expression in the way Filipinos cook and eat. Collectively, these dishes form the cuisine that is uniquely Filipino. Thousands of years ago, our Malay ancestors cultivated our lands, growing rice and other crops. They cooked rice in bamboo culms or earthen pots. Rice has always been our chief source of energy, along with root crops, fish, and shellfish. The tribes from the Cordillera of the Northern Islands carved magnificent rice terraces from the mountainsides that reach up the sky. These ancient rice terraces yield heirloom rice, believed as precious gifts, blessed by the sky gods. It was in the 16th century when Fernando de Magallanes, a voyager delegated by Spain, embarked on a journey around the globe in search of the fabled Spice Islands. The Hispanic explorer landed on Philippine shores and observed an existing pre-Hispanic cuisine. Our food was raw, dried, salted, brined, pickled, cooked on stone stoves, roasted or baked in embers. Antonio Pigafetta, the voyage chronicler, listed down the food he witnessed, such as roasted fish, fowl,